Hey, so what's going on, guys? Sorry, it's been a while since I made a vlog, but I wanted to rant today about the way that the government is handling the financial crisis, at least from my view. You know, they're giving out this, what they call this PPP, the Payroll Protection Plan, and they're giving it to businesses. Well, I'm okay for giving it to businesses, for the small businesses. But when big businesses like this one that they call the Shake Shack and Auto Nation and these kind of jackasses get this money from the government, they don't need it. Why are they even getting it? They don't need it. So and the universities, Harvard and a couple other of those greedy bastards, were getting it too, and they have like endowments that are their own country. I mean, they could pay for their own country with their endowments. It's greed, man. You know, that's all that it is greed. I think the best way and what they should do, whether they spend it on stuff or not, is give it straight to the American people. Give that money straight to the American people. It's our money to begin with. We should get it, regardless of what we spend it on. Who are they? Who is the government who spends lots of money on things that we don't approve of or we don't need? All the pork and waste and fluff. I mean, they gave, what was it, $25 million to the Kennedy Center, for crying out loud. Then they turned around and shoved it right up their butts again and fired all the artists on their thing. I mean, come on. What is the deal? I don't understand. So they need to give us the money. If we had the money directly and we got the money directly, whether I go out and buy a gun with it or I go out and buy food with it, it doesn't matter. I'm still putting money back into the system and back into the economy, and that's what matters. That's what matters. And what they could do is they could hold up on like car payments and mortgage payments and that kind of stuff. And then they can add, like they could let you go for 90 days or 60 days or whatever, and put that 90 days or 60 days at the end of the loan. So you're still paying for it. You're not getting a totally free handout. You're still having to pay for it. It just extends it. So if you have a 72-month loan, now you have a 75 or 76-month loan. You know what I mean? And they're still getting their money, and they're cutting you a break to begin with. So it's helping everyone. But we shouldn't be doing this billions of dollars for small businesses when big businesses and big corporations and colleges take advantage of it. There are small businesses that really need that will do what they're supposed to with it, and will protect their employees, and will protect their jobs and their payroll and all that other fun stuff that they're supposed to do. And then there's people that'll grab it and they won't do anything with it but store it, hog it, spend it on stuff they're not supposed to spend it on, add it to their endowment, whatever. Now you say, well, you just said that they're supposed to not spend it on this or whatever. Spend it on stuff they're not supposed to spend it on. Well, isn't that what you would do? But it's my money. It's our money. So who are you to tell us, the American people, what to do with our money? And regardless of what we spend it on, we're putting it back in the economy. It's not going into some CEO's pocket. It's not going into some unused pile of cash that you're sitting on forever and ever and ever, that you could actually give to people who need it for college. They could give that money to people for college as grants. We don't need student loans. They're sitting on billions of dollars. Billions. With a B. Billions of dollars. Why do I have so much student loan debt when they could have actually given me the money? I could have applied for the grant. They could have given it to me. I went to their school, graduated, voila. No. Got to take advantage of the government. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Anyway, tell me what you think. Sorry it's short. I don't want to rant too much. But tell me what you think. I mean, tell me if you think I'm out there in the far 90, or, if you're right with me thinking, yeah, it's my money. I mean, literally, it is our money. I mean, I don't want to sound like that J.G. Wentworth commercial, but I will. It's my money, and I will decide what to do with it and how to spend it. You will give it to someone who put it in their pocket, and it won't go anywhere. And then the person that's supposed to have it to help me out in the long run isn't or can't help me out. They're just making them richer. Don't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense. None. Things have got to change. The American people we got to step up. Looks like that we're going to go up against Joe Biden. And the GOP. I mean, I'm an independent conservative, so I'm not really a Republican, but I have some of the same lines of beliefs as a Republican. Some things we differ on, and some things we don't. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the Joe Biden type suits. That's a cheap suit. You ever heard of the cheap suits? Okay. No, I'm not being racist. I'm just being funny. They're a cheap suit. That's all that they are. They're a cheap suit. Okay. Cheap suits. All they want is power and money. That's all that they want. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, all you want is power and money. And the example is this last Republican House that we had before we had Nancy Pelosi and her AOCs. They had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They could have pushed through all of President Trump's agenda. All of it. But no, we had rhino Republicans that didn't want to do that. And then they got a Democratic House. Now everything is gridlocked because this person's partisanship and this person's partisanship, and they're so partisan they don't know where their butthole starts and where their mouth begins. That's how partisan they are. Give me my money. Let me spend it. Let me take care of my family the way that I should or know how to, or should have been taught to. And we'll get through this. And you know what? If you're protesting because you're tired of staying at home and you've lost your job, good. Put a mask on. I mean, you're not really supposed to wear a mask anyway, unless you're sick, regardless of what the CDC says. I've been a healthcare worker for a long time. I've been in law enforcement, EMS. You're not supposed to wear a mask unless you're sick, or unless you're working directly with the sick, so you don't get sick. The reason why they tell you not to wear a mask, and we've gone over this in other episodes, is because you're going to touch your eyes and your face and everything by adjusting the mask, and you're going to get sick. You are going to get contaminated. That's why you shouldn't wear a mask. But hey, I totally get it. If you want to go out of the house and go to work and work in a job, ride the subway, whatever you do, ride the bus, and you have to put a mask on because someone over there is coughing their head off and you don't know what they have, all power to you. All power to you. I completely understand. But know that your risk of being contaminated or infected is greater by wearing a mask because of the cross-contamination. So, if you're protesting, Get yourself a mask, and by all means exercise your right. That's your right. It's your right to protest. No one should be telling you whether you're indifferent, right, wrong, whatever. Your rights. You got to hold on to those rights, especially when there's tyrants that are out there around every corner trying to take them away from you. Second Amendment rights, right to, speak, right to do whatever you want to do as a free American citizen. No. Protect and honor your rights. I never served in the military, but I was a policeman, law enforcement, EMT. I was a security contractor for the U.S. Navy. I worked a lot of public service type jobs. And I took oaths in a lot of those jobs. And my oath is my bond. That's me. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution and the rights that we're entitled to. And yes, if anything you're entitled to is your rights. If nothing else, you're entitled to your rights. They are God-given rights. You are entitled to those rights. But I took an oath. And I honor that oath. And I just hope that instead of saying thank you for your service, that you honor those people back that have worked in public service or in the military. You thank them by honoring your rights and protecting your rights and standing up for your rights and your beliefs. That's what I hope happens. So I'm going to log off. Went a little bit longer than I thought I would. Give me some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what if I'm far out there, or you agree, or what your argument is. I don't care. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about. So everybody stay safe, and we'll see you next time.